18. Irene's Blanket, Part 1. Before Irene was born, her mom and dad bought a soft yellow blanket for her. To them, it was just a blanket to keep the baby warm. The first day Irene came into this wonderful world, her mom wrapped her up in this special blanket. The little baby was very quiet, moving her tiny body from inside this big blanket. 4 months later, while Irene was sleeping, her mom washed her blanket for the first time. But when Irene woke up, she started crying. Irene's mom tried everything to calm her, but nothing worked. She checked her carefully to make sure that her little girl wasn't sick. She even checked her temperature. Nothing was wrong. So the mother held Irene in her arms and walked around the room. When she came to the window, Irene suddenly stopped crying. She saw the blanket hanging on the balcony, and her face lit up with a smile. Now her mom knew why she was crying. Story 19. Irene's Blanket, Part 2. A couple of years later, Irene became a toddler, but her love for the blanket had never changed. One day, her mom said, "Irene, I have to wash your blanket. It's dirty and smelly."
No, no, no. I need it all the time. Never wash my blanket,
Irene said loudly. "But it's too dirty. It will make you sick."
I don't think so. I will get sick without it,
Irene insisted. The next day at the park, Irene had her blanket with her, as usual. One of the kids came close to Irene, then ran back to his mom and cried, "Mom, that girl's blanket is so smelly. Please take me home." Irene stared at him and said,
"You're wrong. My blanket smells so good."
At that moment, another kid cried,
"It smells awful. I don't want to play with you."
Irene's mom said, "Irene, did you hear what they said? Let's go home and wash your blanket right away." Irene was still upset, but she seemed to understand a little.
"Can you wash it quickly?"
she asked. "Sure," Mom promised her gladly. From then on, Irene allowed her mom to wash her blanket once in a while, but not too often.